We're continuing to count down the least likely to most likely teams to compete for a national title in 2025 using my program Power Rankings model, which is on its third year of existence and coming into the number 62 out of 67 Power Conference teams and number 75 overall in the country, the Northwestern Wildcats out of the Big Ten. In terms of Regime Plus, I have the Wildcats at a 0.75 out of 1. This is a program that's used to doing more with less. I think that continues, even though they have had some changes in the quarterback position. It's a relatively new staff. In terms of returning production, the Wildcats are sitting at number 50 in the country, which I think is pretty decent for a program that's ripe to be poached by other programs in the transfer portal. Speaking of that transfer portal, I have them at number 69 in the country. That's ranking incoming and outgoing players. The big one for them, I think, is quarterback Preston Stone. I think he could be their starter. And Preston Stone has played really well at a high level in college football. In terms of high school recruiting, again, this is not a program that's going to get a ton of great guys, but it's a little higher than I thought, being at number 52 overall in the country. But as far as how they performed last year and how people expect them to perform this year, it's not looking too great. I had them at number 84 in adjusted EPA per play from last year. And then the market is having them at around number 76. So what that's telling me is they're not really expected to even be near the middle of the pack in the Big Ten. Although I do believe the Big Ten's a little more wide open to get to that 6-7 win range than a lot of people think. And what might help them out is they have a number 95 schedule in this country. So number 1 being the easiest schedule, by the way. That's the third easiest in the Big Ten. So I think there are some winnable games for them, and they have a really weird home field advantage playing right there on the lake. So maybe they pull a few upsets. I know they lost some close games last year, so I think the Wildcats could have some progression with Preston Stone at quarterback, and they're going to be a gutty team that plays hard. But at the end of the day, I don't think they have the talent to perform week in and week out compared to everybody else in the Big Ten. Overall, they get a score of 53.07 out of 120. So you can see we're starting to climb up a little bit from what we saw at the very bottom with Stanford and Purdue, right? So this is a little bit better team, but again, we're pretty far away from teams that we think can even compete at the upper tier in their own conference.